Hey everyone, how's it going? Just thought I would do another video. I was going to do a live video, but I'd feel weird. I've watched other ones and they're sort of like, oh yeah, I'll just wait till other people start watching. And then people were like, oh hey, I'm watching. No one, like if no one started watching, I'd probably just like, the rejection would probably make me want to stop. So this is a lot easier for me. I wanted to talk about something today, which has kind of been thrown around a lot recently, which is manifesting. Now, I don't obviously know that I didn't make this up, nor am I an expert on it, but I don't know, I just felt like talking shit, so it's funny when you're like a solo mum or just at home by yourself because your kids go to bed and you kind of like, especially me, I'm such a people person and like real talkative, so I love talking shit and just don't have an outlet for it anymore, which is I used to talk to my cat Horsies, but last Boxing Day we had a little incident. Unfortunately, I'd had Horsies for a really long time, for like 11 years, totally my fault, and so he passed on. And the 3 new babies we have, I just feel like they wouldn't get it. They're too young. They're just annoying as fuck. So, just a heads up, I thought in my videos, probably there'll always be swear words slipping out. So if for some reason you're watching this with your children, just so you know, that's what's going to be happening. So anyway, who was I? Manifesting. So it's something that gets thrown around a lot, and it's actually something weirdly that I'm really into and that I find totally works for me. And it's funny that I'm into it because I'm not a very like spiritual or like, I'm an extremely open-minded person. I just think everyone should be allowed to do whatever it is they want, whatever makes them happy, and I'll never tell someone that you believing in that is wrong or whatever it is. Like, I'm just totally up, as long as nobody's getting hurt, obviously. So I'm, I don't know if I'm an atheist, but I'm kind of like just whatever. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, there's this, or maybe agnostic's the one, because I kind of just believe that everyone is entitled to think what they like. But what I'm saying is that I probably don't have a lot, for someone who's like hardcore into Harry Potter, like science fiction, fantasy, like I love that shit. I think I'm probably not very open-minded in the real world, like, so like crystals, I'm not sure what it is crystals do. And I feel like that's something that I'm seeing more and more on Facebook, of people like doing stuff with the crystals, and and I'm all for it. Like, if people get benefit out of something, I'm like, you go. And I think maybe I just need to learn a bit more about them. But for me, I'm just like, they're just pretty rocks. Like, I don't understand what they do. And I mean, I love pretty rocks. Well, like as much as the next person. Like, well, fuck, when I go to the beach, even as an adult, like I was at the beach last weekend, not even with the kids, and I picked up like a whole big 2 handfuls of pretty shells just because, like I see them and I still have to collect them. But, I don't get what they do. But, like I believe that the moon's probably powerful, and, how you're meant to charge them in the moon or something. I think if anyone is into crystals on here, you should probably, we should do like a video together, and you can tell me all about how they work and whatever, because that could probably be quite interesting. But anyway, but manifesting, like, The Secret I don't know when The Secret became popular. I read it fucking years ago anyway. But it's always worked for me. Like, but for years, like when I was younger, it was just in real stupid ways, which didn't actually benefit my life. Like, if there was a boy I liked or whatever, I'd just bump into them everywhere. But the same thing, like, if there was someone I really didn't like and I really didn't want to see, if I'd be like, that hurt me for some reason or done something to me and they were like the last person in the world, I would legit probably bang into them 5 times in one day in 5 different places. Like, it's just, like that's that kind of law of attraction of just bringing what you think about closer to you. And I just swear to God, like, I know it sounds, for some people it just sounds fucking nuts, but it's just always worked. And I've just had to believe that it's a thing, and I found in the last 2 years that, probably just over a year, like, I've been really focused on kind of building my career and, or not like building my career, but just trying to get ahead financially. Like, so probably just close to 2 years ago, I was on a benefit for a few months because we'd sold the restaurant and I was just really burnt out. It had been really stressful and I just wanted a break. But being on the benefit was really shit and hard. Like, I couldn't buy the kids ice blocks after school, didn't have Wi-Fi, they couldn't do any of their music lessons or like after school activities because I couldn't afford the term fees. Like, it was just real shit. So I was like, sort of started really focusing on manifesting more wealth into my life, and not because I want money. It was more just sort of what that looked like, freedom of being like, the kids one night after school having to be like, no, I can't really do that. Let's go home and make some, which nothing wrong with that. But you know what I mean? And the kids would just like, we were always telling people that we didn't have any money, which was pretty shit, but hilarious as well. So I kind of focus on that, and that's really worked for me, which is cool. Like, I've, really made big strides in that area in the last, couple of years, which is cool. And I was just thinking, I don't know why I've never done this before. I went to here in Wanganui a few days ago, was it? They I don't know if you guys ever heard of this landmark forum up in Auckland, but they were talking. They did like a little taster kind of session down here, and I went along because I'm thinking I'm going to try and do it next year or whatever. It's all about like personal development and that kind of stuff, which sounds like a bit of me. And they were sort of saying, what's this? You sort of go there if something you really want to change in your life or whatever. And for me, it's just always been my health. Like, I'm really into. I know that the key to having the energy to be the mum I want to be the blah blah blah, was always health. So I was like, I want to get healthy. So energy, like, as you guys may know, I've given up smoking. I've had 1 or 2 here and there while I've been drinking, but other than that, I've maybe on like 2 different occasions I've done that in the last 6 weeks, but it's only been a couple, and here I am like justifying myself to you, but I've been pretty much on track, so really stoked about that. But as predicted, I've just like gained heaps of weight, and I'm okay with that. Actually, initially I was just like, this is real shit, because I don't know, just you start getting uncomfortable, your clothes get all tight. Like, it was a really hot day, and like, I had a singlet on, I was just feeling all like, stringed hammy, and didn't want to take my cardi off. Then I was like, you know what, who gives a fuck, just stop being a dickhead and take your fucking cardi off because you're sweltering. So kind of just talked myself out of being an egg about it, like, not sort of like checking out the size of my ass as I'm walking past shop windows type thing, because it's just being silly. So that happened. So I've gotten, I've put on lots of weight, and it's not the way that I look that's really bothering me, though, is that I'm actually just really unfit, and I have low energy. Like, I am needing naps because I'm eating so much at like lunchtime and dinner. It just makes me really tired. My metabolism, so like just trying to deal with the amount of food I'm shoveling into my face. So it's like, just want to have a sleep. And I went to the a school playground just today with the kids, and like had a race with Presley, and we were like, we're discussing when the finish line was going to be there and back, and I was like, doesn't matter where it is, Pres, I'm going to beat you anyway, like heckling him. And he was like, and then he beat me, and I was like, fuck, And it was hilarious because on the way there, like, I knew he was going to beat me. I was like, we were neck and neck. And then he kind of pulled ahead and he looked over to me and he was like, sucker. And the fact that he was like, giving me shit in the middle of our race, I was just so proud. I just started laughing and then he started laughing. But I was laughing and running, like my legs just wanted to give out and I was going to end up flat on my face. So I was like, shit. And I almost died at the end of it. I had to like lie down and catch my breath. And then Mila wanted me to go on the orientation, on the obstacle course with her and do that race. And it was like, you know, the monkey bars when you're a kid and you could like skip one and whatever. I tried to like hold on, do a swing to grab the other one. Like my hand grip couldn't hold. Like as soon as my body weight, like, you know, kind of hit, just went boom. Like couldn't hold, my arms couldn't hold my weight off the ground. And I was like, oh shit, might be time to you know, like, I think whatever weight you feel comfortable, whatever weight feel comfortable, I feel like, you know, you're an attractive person regardless of what size you are. But I don't like being that unfit. I still want to be able to keep up with my kids. We're playing tag with all these other kids, and obviously all the kids wanted to tag me because I was the only adult playing. But yeah, I want to be able to keep up and run around with them. So, and I've got Masters hockey I'm playing in February next year, which will be cool. So just kind of got some goals to hit that. So, God, I talk a lot of shit to get to a point, eh? But pretty much what it is, I've just suddenly decided, I'm like, never really, like, manifesting has always been kind of about, stuff that I didn't really, well, up until recently with the Māori, stuff I didn't really need, but stuff I wanted. So, you know, whoever's providing it, the universe or whatever, doesn't give you what you need, it gives you what you want. So you could be like, I want a big bag of heroin or something. And, you know, the universe is going to be like, I know you want that, but that's not really good for you, and you shouldn't give it to you. It'll give you a big bag of heroin if that's what you really want. So you have to be careful about, you know, being sure about what you want in your life is actually what you need. And I guess that's where I've always gone. I've sort of, you know, as when you're younger especially, you're just like, but I really want this person, or I want this because whatever, and then they come and you're laughing like, oh shit, I wish that didn't come to me. But so for some reason I've never really focused on health, and I think that's what I'm going to do now. And at this where did I go after talking about the landmark forum? Oh yeah, so health, getting up in the morning, and being healthy and unstoppable was my thing, because I think that health is the key to achieving where I want to be in my life, to be, have the energy to go to work, look after the kids, do all of that. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say is that that's what I'm going to do. And because I'm quite an arsehole, because I don't get to talk to people not get to talk to people that often, but like, I'm a real talkative person, I'm a real ideas person, and it kind of solidifies my ideas if I tell them to people. So this is like me on a phone call. I'll call someone up and be like, hey, guess what? This is what I'm thinking of doing. And I'll be like, oh, and I'll give them my plan and whatever. And then they'll kind of be like, oh, that's cool. So I've been up to this, and they'll say something, and I'll just be like thinking still, and then I'll be like, but maybe I should do, like, I literally listening to anything I just said. I'm still just thinking through my own plan. Then it's like, okay, obviously Joy just needs to, you know, have a talk about this or whatever. So it's nice to be able to just get it off my chest, and I like, yeah, when I say things out loud to people, it kind of helps me commit to that's what I'm doing, or thinking about what I'm doing. So I think I'm going to focus on being healthy. And I know that I always do, and I've just got, and I guess in the landmark forum I was sort of, he's like, what do you think stopping you? And I'm like, shit, willpower, pretty much. But I guess I need to build some, you know, I guess no one's born with it. I just need to slowly, like, just get it done, like do the things when I say I want to get up early before the kids go to school and go for a walk or do whatever, just actually commit to it instead of being a sack of shit and just being like, bed's nice, and rolling over and not doing it. So anyway, holy fuck, 15 minutes. I don't know if anyone's going to be... I mean, who the fuck wants to watch someone rebel on for 15 minutes? But anyway, manifesting is focusing on something, being grateful, positive, and bringing it into your life. And and as I said, it's always worked for me. I'd love to hear from any of you guys if you find that it really works for you, or if anyone wants to know more about it. I found that like the secret's kind of probably like the real commercially way into that way of thinking. And it's a it's a good read. I think they've even got a movie out about it. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Obviously, this is happening because tomorrow's Monday. I don't know if you know, but I always like to start things on Monday. I've just smashed myself full of food, so so with the hopes that tomorrow I am going to just really start focusing on getting fit and healthy. So I hope you all had a lovely weekend. If you're still listening to this, holy shit, well done. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. See ya.